Yo, what up guys, iReapism here, and welcome back to another video. So today guys, it's going to be one of those talky episodes. It's been a while since I recorded RaZe Dev, and I need to make a video for you guys to update you on whatever is happening right now, and because I'm lacking a lot of videos at the time of recording this. So I apologize for me platforming around my map, but I will be traveling around the map as I speak. I promise I won't platform. Well, I'll try really hard not to, like stay in the same spot and platform. But basically guys, what has happened is, well, me and Ease started to work on RaZe again together. It's been a while since we collaborated again, so we finally got back into it, and there's some progress to show. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the progress. And basically, as you select, like, we can auto select, like, whoever's selecting their class, it's gonna show. It's gonna immediately update to what you're selecting or trying to select. Now these aren't the banners, which do give you the class, but it doesn't use that. It just detects what slot you're in. So yeah, that's how that works. So it just copies whatever you're selecting. So Cropper is second, Reaper is first, and if you're not selecting anything, it hovers. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it doesn't really lag because there is a lot of blocks below. Well, there's blocks below and there's no lighting updates, so that's why it's not lagging as much as it would. And it's not updating, it's not constantly cloning the same thing. It's only cloning it once, so it's pretty safe system to implement. So yeah guys, about this now, it's not fully complete. It only works with these two classes right now, so we have to complete that. There's also other things I want to show you, and I'm going to go to the redstone area for this because I have a good demonstration for it. Basically, I started developing the voice command book, and here's the interactive command, so simple greetings or responses.
Hi there. My sincere apologies. Never mind that. Very well. That's quite alright. You're killing it.
So those are the 6 sounds I put into this book. It is so time consuming to format it the way I did. So it took a while. But there is one thing. It does lag because you have to click around, but it is not that bad guys. Like I just made it like 3 hours ago and I'm already used to it. Like I can just...
You're killing it. My sincere apologies. Never mind that.
that order. So I basically said, you rock, sorry, cancel that. No, you guys rock, don't get me wrong. It was just a joke. People do this in Smile all the time, me. Where you know, fiddle with the arrangement of the voice pack and you make something sound really mean. But it's all in good fun, it's a joke.
You're killing it. Never mind that.
So yeah, it's all in good fun. So right now it says played sound. It won't do this in game, even if I did it the way it is, because there's a game rule. It's like command feedback, or it's called send command feedback, and if you put false, and like if you do game mode 1 or game mode 2 or whatever, or played sound, anything like that, it will never send you feedback on if it was successful or not, or an error. So you could get around that, but I am redesigning it. Right now it's just me executing a command, saying or doing the play sound. But the new system, which I was working on before I recorded, will have a mute system. So there's a new objective guys, and it's called mute. Everyone will be able to use this in game. It's a trigger. So right here, mute, scoreboard objectives and mute. So toggle mute. So basically trigger, mute, set 1. When you set your mute score to 1, that means you're muting all sounds from all classes. Basically how the voice pack works is this shouts to everyone on the moderators. So I'm a Reaper on the Raider team on blue, hence the blue, colors. It's gonna shout this to everyone. Now the new system also has text, so you can mute the sounds, but if you do score set mute 2, you also can mute the chat, and there will be chats as well, so it's basically gonna say whatever is here. So it's gonna, this is how the Telra would look like. Telra, epi, text, Reaper, hello. And that's how that will work. It's gonna do that, Reaper hello, and it's gonna be colored and formatted, and it's gonna say like voice pack or whatever next to it, meaning it came from the voice pack. Then there's mute 2, which I just talked about, which will mute both the me saying it.
That's quite alright.
And it'll also mute the text, so you won't see the text if it bothers you. And you can set this whenever, as you can see. You know how triggers work. You can't constantly set them. Like once you set a score, you can't set it again. But it's on a clock right now, enabling it for everyone. So you can switch it whenever you want. You can enable and disable it during the game. There will be a reminder, so it's pretty simple. Any trigger basically you can use except these. You won't be able to modify the other ones, like team set 1, say valid trigger name team. So it won't let you modify the other ones, but mute for sure you can set it to 2, 5. Basically if you set it anything higher than 2, it's gonna set to 2, and if you set it anything higher than, or anything lower than 0, it will set it to 0. So that's how that's gonna work, and it's pretty fail-safe. So yeah, that's how you enable and disable sounds. That it's going to work, so because people will be in RaZe and be like this.
You're killing it. Mind that. You're killing it. Never mind that. You're killing it. Never mind that.
And who wants to hear that all game? There's gonna be people that troll like me who will do that. So there's a mute option because I know people are annoyed with that kind of stuff, so you can definitely mute it. If you don't want to hear the voice pack, that's fine. You'll see the text, you'll know that people are warning you. It's not just gonna have these 6. Again, I told you there's the enemy missing, and all that stuff. Now the Reaper sounds like this.
I hate my kind.
And this one.
Come here, you little fly.
Those are just death sounds. Now the way it used to work is Reaper would, if you died by the Reaper, he would shout the sounds, but now it's random. So like, by any class you die, he will shout any of these sounds. He can say basically any of these and it'll work.
Come here, you little fly.
He can die by the Reaper and say that because Reaper gets away fast.
I think I just went to boom.
Basically just getting blown up by a Reaper, you can say that sound, it'll mean the same thing. Markera.
I hate ranged mortals.
That might not work, but again, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that it's random and it, he shouts something when he does.
That sustain will last you very long.
And that can mean to a Reaper if you want, because the Reaper does have some sort of sustain, and that's through lifesteal when he kills. So all these sounds do work. They do work, except the ranged mortals, I guess, in a way, but every class has range technically, even the Reaper with his ult. So it works for everything. And even if he does by the Reaper, he can be talking to Markra by saying that, because Reaper can just say whatever he wants apparently. So yeah, these are all the sounds, basically little small clocks. Basically when I click, it's just going to set a block here. So it's going to test to see who to send these sounds and tell raw to. So that's really cool. That's a voice pack system I was just working on today. And then yeah, Ease and I were working on that, mostly Ease for this system. Over here it's very complicated how it works, so I won't go into too much detail, but that's it. Basically it updates here as well. It's cloning this to there, so that's how it's working. Let's see. So guys, what else is there? So basically it's gonna be a talky episode. I need to talk to you guys about a few things, and that is basically Markra right now is kind of broken in RaZe, and let me explain why. So Markra is the only class right now that can damage teammates, and you're probably wondering, how does that make sense? You know, how can he damage teammates if he's... Oh, how's that working for me still? That is really strange how it's still working. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna talk to you guys for a bit. Basically, Markra is an explosive class. He deals damage, or she deals damage through fireballs, and Markra can hurt teammates. Will be the only class that will be able to hurt teammates out of the game, and that is a huge problem. You cannot have that in a MOBA. You cannot have a class that just can damage your own teammates and the others can't. It is so much of a detriment. You cannot balance that. So even though Markra can do 1,000 damage, the fact that you can damage your teammates is just a detriment of it in itself. It doesn't matter how much damage you do to your teammates. It can be half a heart or a quarter of a heart. The fact that you're able to damage your teammates as a class and others can is very severely a detriment to your team. And it's a detriment to the class itself. So, with that being said, the reason for this is fireballs, if you add them to a team. So I was thinking, if you add a fireball to the Marauder team, if it hits a Marauder, it will not damage them because they're on the same team. This is common logic to us. But this was not implemented as a feature in Minecraft, so this hurts. I thought I was going into RaZe thinking this was a thing, like you can add, you know, once the entity thing came out. Basically this is an example of an incomplete feature. Same thing with the entity data, that doesn't work on players. It is kind of, even though they were talking about entity data specifically not working for players, you can't call it entity data because entities are players as well. Then players will have to be supported by this. It's like it has to, because there's 3 selectors for players, and you can't have it not support players. So hopefully in the future that'll work, because that I can add back another damage source to the game, and that's fire damage. So I can actually have a class solely based on fire damage, which is really cool. So yeah guys, that would be that. Unfortunately guys, that is about it though for the talk. I will speak to a few people about this fireball thing and hopefully it gets fixed. I really do hope so. If it doesn't get fixed, basically I have to redesign the class. And I need to explain to you before I end this video how long it takes to design a class. I've been working on RaZe for 8 months guys, and it took 8 months to design 5 classes. And I'm still designing them as we speak because balance change, I just did a balance change like 3 hours ago on I believe it was Markra. And basically you never finish with a class. Once you finish with a class, you don't do anything with it. So basically for 8 months I've been working on classes for RaZe, and it does take a very long time guys. Basically let me walk you through the process. First you have to compare to every other class in the game. Once you make your class, you have to compare to every class in the game. Then you have to line up all the abilities, every single ability in the game next to each other, and see how does this ability work in correlation to another. Does it stop this ability from working? Does it enhance the ability? Does it make the ability worse? Does it slow you or whatever? It's a radius. And then you have to compare it to every ability in the game. So as I was making more classes, the more harder it became. Specialization is very important in RaZe and how a class-based maps, I believe. So to make something completely unique to the game is very hard when you're limited with what you can do in the game in terms of resource friendly command blocks. So yeah, this is just the basic things I have to do, and again, the most important thing is thinking of a class and what they're gonna do. Like, it's really hard to compare them to the classes that are in RaZe right now, because we have super specialization, is what I like to call it in RaZe. There's a Reaper who's passively invisible, unlike any other class. We have a Cropper that is huge AoE damage control and has auto target and slow control, which is really different than any other class. Marker is the only class that's able to damage and destroy an entire team with one ability. Could potentially. And also has the ability to blind people. So limit vision rather than being completely invisible. Now the Reaper can be invisible, but the marker can blind you. So it can stop your vision. Only a single target though. But still, the fact that you can blind. Nizer is only tank right now, huge sustain and heals, and uses soul parts for all of his abilities. Completely unique. No other class has a passive that is required for you to use all your abilities. Only Nizer. And then Aerox, the movement speed and the control with the movement speed that you have. Unlike any other class, can gain 350 movement speed at max rank on his horse for 8 seconds. And max movement speed in RaZe on foot is 100, and nobody's getting to 100 on foot. Maybe with Aerox passive, but guys, it's insane. It is absolutely insane how this works. So it does take a very long time. Please don't downplay how long it takes to make a class. It really does take a very long time, guys. So I apologize for this being a talky episode. If you watched up until this point, please leave a comment to let me know. See if you are engaged in the conversation and you enjoyed watching. You know, take a second out of your time just to leave a comment, just to let me know, because I haven't made a video in a while and I don't know how relevant RaZe is to you guys anymore, so make sure to let me know it's still relevant in your lives, and I'll do my best to put even more videos. And I always get inspiration from you guys when you do leave comments to make more videos. I know it's asking for a lot, but it is helping me out through a rough time in RaZe, because I just noticed this problem after making the class like 4 months ago, so it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot to see this kind of problem, so I will be talking to a few people about it. Hopefully it gets fixed and new features come out of that. And yeah, guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching here at RaZe Dev, episode 29, signing out. Outros for days. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it again. And let me know if you guys do like talky episodes. Next episode, it will not be talky, I promise. I'll do my best to record some really nice footage for you guys. So yeah, enjoy that, and I will see you guys later. Also, I hope you had a happy new year. Take care, everyone, and peace out now.